Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. We're going to do a past life soulmate reading. We're going to see how you and your soulmate connect, where you have connected before. I am 100% a true believer that we never ever just evaporate. We've always been here in different forms, in different ways, shapes, and existences. When I go to certain places, like when I lived in England, I was having so many electric jolts, and certain houses and formats and places would freak me out. I absolutely had gone through a Celtic existence. When we took the boat over to Calais, just putting my foot in France was another scenario of going back and being at Versailles at one time. All these things happen to us, and we can have really rich, amazing understandings, or it can be a kind of like a foggy haze, but things do happen. So we're going to see how you and your soulmate were connected in a past life. So we have three choices here. We have the feminine, which is number 1. We have union, which is number 2. And then we have the masculine, which is number 3. I'm very excited. I want to thank all you guys for all your fun entries over. If you want to come see me on Instagram, it's Sparkwist11. I'm running a whole bunch of contests throughout January. Free readings, jewelry, all kinds of things, the gold coins, and like some great chakra stones. I'm going to set up photographs of different stuff, you guys, because I want to give back. My house is legit an Aladdin's cave with all this stuff. I know a lot of great crystal and gem dealers, so I'm able to have a consistent supply of really cool stuff. And to thank you guys and get connected with you and give back, I am more than happy to have these contests. I love and adore you guys, and I always want you to feel special and know I read every comment, I read every single DM, I read everything. Just because I don't respond, that takes the most amount of time. I can power read and speed read like nobody's business, absorb all the information, and then when I have time, I go back and respond in heart. But I read it. How you're feeling and what you're doing is really important to me, and I'm so excited for you guys because you're doing amazing things. You're feeling good about life. You're feeling the absolute wonderful prospects that are out there for you, the opportunities. You know that, when we have that flow state, which is our productive mental state, which during an activity we're fully immersed, we have energized focus in it, and we're getting success for it, right? I always feel like that when I'm making jewelry, when I'm talking to you guys, all of that. And I feel like you guys are going to start to understand that, and you're going to start to feel really good about things. You're going to start to feel really energized and happy and delighted with life in a really epic way. And there was this lovely quote I heard today that I just want to share with you. It's about being different. You're not here to follow the crowds and do what everybody else is doing. As one of my favorite readers says, the sheeples. And I do believe that sheep people, there's like 9 out of 10 people live in a fearful state. They just follow the crowd. They don't know any different, and they're not to be thought less of. They don't know how to break out of that subconscious conditioning, right? And so they're just kind of like, okay, whatever. But then the world and the crowd is leading you as opposed to the other way around. So do what you want. You're here to create your own vision of life and bring that vision to life. You're here to break away from the normal, to set new standards, definitely to shake things up, right? You're here to be yourself and be different. You're here to live out your wildest dreams and create your own reality. You're here to follow your unique passions, because what you can do, nobody else can do. That unique perspective you have, that sense of humor, the fun, all of that, it's always going to be able to spark something. Some people are methodical and organized. Some people are great communicators. Some people have a caring and loving nature. Some people are wonderful travelers and vloggers. Some people are really great in politics. It doesn't matter. Your sensitive, wise type of energy resonates with somebody on a really epic scale, and you need to realize that you're you for a special reason of creation. And that's part of why your vibration and what you're manifesting is going to work so well with you, because we are our thoughts, right? So if you're excited and you're really trying to be a bigger people person, PR kind of work might come your way. If you're ambitious, you might want to go into the business world. If you're a great communicator, it's one of those things, you might want to do what I'm doing, speaking and reach people in a different way and motivate them. If your organizational skills are really great, you can help people run small businesses or run your own, things like that. It's like all these messages are really going to come to you. So I am very excited about seeing what's coming on with your past life. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. We're starting with number 1. I'm so excited. I've wanted these cards for so long. I'm going to combust. Wars and battles. I felt like this was going to come up. This is crazy. So I'm going to start with this. Now, this is funny because I just did a reading where I felt like somebody was, this I feel like is definitely like the French Revolution type of thing. Even though we see this particular U.S. Southern flag, I feel like your particular soulmate fought in the French Revolution. And as you know, that was just large scale decimation, and it was terrible. And especially, you know, when the guillotine was introduced, there was mass slaughter and all of that. I feel like they were definitely on the side of the revolutionists. They were tired of the oppressive regime of the royal state, of them having so much and the population having so little. Again, unrequited, not enough time spent together. That's why you're being reintroduced with this soulmate. And they might actually be in the military. Again, a lot of people have a kind of reproduction of their prior lives and behaviors. I definitely had a military life in some regard. I mean, on a crazy like Bodicea level, because when shit goes down, I act like a crazy commander. I'm serious. Like, I don't get scared. When the scarier things get, I feel like I become more fearless, because I feel like nervousness and fear have no place in that. You've just got to take over and take control. And you'll see that in them, in their perspective, because military people think very logistically, how to keep people safe, how to have them in the right space, how to motivate them, because it's all the state of mind. You always want to reduce panic and make people feel comfortable and safe, right? So they probably have that in them. So male, female. You were the same. I feel like you were in the same state. I feel like they were a male then, you were a female now, or vice versa. You're in the same sexual state that you identify with them as you do now. I don't know why that came so clear. I've never even used these cards, but that was good. Finances. Again, I'm seeing this is playing out. It's funny because these look like Roman coins. And I'm definitely feeling like this is kind of in the Medici era, that they were in banking and that they were quite high up. And that, you know, the banks really ran everything, and the loans and all of that. And with all the artisans and everything around there, again, I feel like you were probably, you know, in the artistic field, and you were employed by a very heavy hitting financial family. And that's where the love took place between the financier, which was them, and the artist that was you. So a lot of you may be artists. As it stands today, you may be sculptors, you may be writers, you may be painters, but really beautiful. And I mean, I'm going to pull a, oh yeah, look at that Ace of Coins. Yeah, big financial. I feel like they have an acumen for money, and I feel like your soulmate is going to bring a lot of wealth to you. They've traveled through a lifetime with this. They're somebody that understands structure and the energy of money and how it works. Therefore, they're able to bring in high finance, manage it beautifully. They understand about real estate. They understand about the value. They understand about inflation. And it's some of the things that just carry through. It's funny. It's like, if I have a little bit of time on my hands, sometimes I'll just, I'm not able to structure things well. But if I have a landslide of activity, I'm able to categorize everything beautifully and get everything done. It's really weird. It's like, well, I work well under pressure. I don't crack. I feel it's one of those things too, if people are all acting up and panicking, I become even more calm, because I realize as a whole, that's what has to happen, right? It's kind of a strange carryover, and that's what they're able to do too. You'll find too with numerics and stuff, they'll blow your mind. Like, they have the capacity to remember huge amounts of numbers, and that's sometimes what happens. We tap back into that reality that we existed in, and it carries through. So beautiful. And again, you guys, when I see this too, I feel like the soulmate is coming in within under a year, right in the center there. So it's funny. So they could possibly still be a soldier as well. Very interesting. I love that for you, Group 1. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. Okay, so now we are on to number 2. Oh, and also, you guys, the little gray arrow at the bottom of the screen is what brings all the links, because some people were asking about that and they were having a time with it. So union. So just by choosing this card, I feel like you, of course, had past life unions. And it's funny how our soulmates can come in as at any given time. It can be a relative, it can be a friend, it can be a soul sister, it can be a lover. And this particular one, I feel like a lot of you guys were together in. I want to show you guys my new citrine. Look at this. It almost looks like a Lumerian citrine. They're quite rare, and I ordered. The cats are starting to act a little weird. Behave. And I thought it was so beautiful, and I loved this stone right away when it came in. So knighthood, funnily enough, your soulmate, and this is crazy because I feel like this is way, 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 way back. And again, seeing that particular insignia, I feel like this was more in the time of like Richard the Lionheart, because I see things catapulting. I'm seeing Eleanor of Aquitaine. She was his mother. I'm seeing his insane brother Richard, who tried no, sorry, not Richard. John, who, of course, that was Robin Hood time. If you remember John, who was trying to tax the hell out of everybody and, subjugate everyone, and he was horrible. I'm seeing that, and I see them as being somebody in Richard the Lionheart's army. And unfortunately, they were always off on these crusades. So England was going to hell in a handbasket faster than, anything at that particular time, because there was so much internal craziness going on within the royal family. But I definitely feel like they were part of Richard the Lionheart's entourage. That just came through very clear. Galactic. You do have a galactic connection. There's a cosmic kind of mixture that keeps them in your orbit, that keeps them around. I feel like they help you manifest your best life, and vice versa. That this is so divinely ordained and guided that every 100 years or so, you always are led back together. Again, I feel like this is a love. This is marriage, companionship, all of that. Sometimes you may change genders within this, but you are always allotted one another in each lifespan because of how it raises your frequency. Very, very powerful here. This galactic card is saying, this is, starseed. This is very, very beautiful cosmic energy, and it's going to always be amplified, and you're going to feel very, very special. And I feel like the stars, and that's why this full moon eclipse is blowing my mind, because it may be as soon as that you start to receive these messages of their existence, your synchronicities. You're probably already seeing 1111, 555. You're probably seeing names over and over. John, Mark, Chris, whatever, over and over and over, and you're like, why do I keep seeing this address? Why do I keep hearing this name? Why do I keep seeing spiders or butterflies? What is this imagery? All of that. Orphan. Now this is funny, because I'm feeling like that in one of your existences, you guys were both in an orphanage together. This is very unique because I'm seeing like a Dixonian type of existence, back in England, where life was very cheap when you were in orphanages, that, life was cheap. They would make you be chimney sweeps. They would make you go out and do this horrendous work and clean these stately homes. Like I'm seeing you as a young girl and boys with brooms and working together, and them like chimney sweeping, and you cleaning up in the house and being covered in dust and dirt and everything, just being fed meager amounts and all of that. And I feel like this is why you feel this insane bond, because so much of this was life and death for you. Some of these hardships, nights, they don't have it easy. This bond is so strong. And it's one of those things where you are meant to protect, guide, and help one another in a really substantial fashion. And that's why when you see them, there's no way you're going to miss that. There's no way that energy isn't going to be fireworks. It's, their commanding presence, who they are. It's going to be one of those things where you literally feel like somebody punched you right in your heart. It just, everything stops right there. I love that energy for you. So I'm going to pull an overarching energy. Again, this passion, you're going to feel this passion rising in you. And right before this occurs, and again, I'm feeling, this is definitely within under a year, you're going to have this very unique and kind of insane attraction level where everybody's coming out of the woodwork. All of a sudden, everybody is interested in you. Everybody wants your time, attention, your gifts. Everybody's fawning all over you. And, you're getting all these DMs. You're getting so much information and so many people trying to take you out and connect with you, because you are going on this kind of cosmic glow up where you're feeling good, confident, but it's your love essence. That's really what it is. You're so tapped into these whispers of love and your connection with your soulmate, this union of hearts that, this love connection defies explanation. It really does. It's even, it's defying me knowing how to use the English language when I speak right now. Honestly, it's so special and unique. It can't really be defined in words. So I'm not really going to try. All I can say is special, celebrate the wealth of love that's about to come in your life. And don't be afraid, because it's going to feel surreal. Like, how did I go from, people liked me to all of a sudden I'm like this hyped up magnet for love? And that's because this beautiful, substantial magnetism that's coming your way through the law of attraction, because everything goes up exponentially on the way to your soulmate union. And when it's as powerful as this, it's supersonic. And then all of a sudden it's like one of those things where people like Jeffree Star Cosmetics, there's so much attention paid to it, other people want to pay attention to it, and what's that magic? And you really are vibrating on this magic scale. So I love that for you. Oh my God, it really is. I can't even speak English anymore. I'm so excited. Yeah, you're beyond gorgeous. You just have this ethereal, gorgeous energy about you, and male or female, and people just want to be next to you. They feel the magic, the enlightenment taking place, the escalation of everything that's good. Your energy is healing and wonderful. So this is so substantial, group 2. I'm very excited for you. It is galactic. It's galactic fantastical. I love that. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a powerful deck. I mean, everything is coming through with such clarity. Amazing, group 2. I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, please comment down below if you feel something like this. You feel the excitement. You feel the power coming in. You feel the glow up coming on. I'm really interested into what is happening and how it feels for you, because I'm so excited. Beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe. And if you want a bunch of little details about this in a private read, just connect with me, and I'll hook you up with all the particulars, because past life readings, I do get super powerful imagery. I get names, places, details. I get fabrics more than anything. And I think that's why I'm so into brocades and velvets and things, because I definitely existed and remember very rich and opulent rooms. Sometimes I was the participant and the person that was served. Sometimes I was lesser in the court, but I remember all kinds of things from this, and a lot of vibrant energy comes in. So substantial and beautiful, group 2, beautiful. And your union is going, when it gets back together, it is fireworks central. Ooh, exciting. I'm going to take a breath and calm the F down for a minute here. Honest to God, I get so supercharged in these readings, and I'm always, a proponent for deep breaths. I hold my breath. I get so excited. I'm like, how about you breathe and not pass out? All of a sudden, you just see my passed out body on the altar. I'm like, I can't even take it anymore. The love is galactic. The pain is real. The cats get all worked up too when I have that energy and those surges come in. They start to like get closer and closer to each other. They almost get nervous and hyped up. It's hilarious. So that's you guys. Now I'm going to calm it before I vomit here, right? I got to settle my tea kettle. Now we're on to number 3, which is masculine. I knew these cards were just going to like do it for me. I ordered, as soon as this deck came in, I ordered a secondary deck, and I'm going to have a contest over on Instagram for somebody to win one of these decks, because I'm like, this has to be shared. Ooh, Egypt. So right away, I have a very, very vivid, situation here. So again, I feel like you were very high in the Egyptian court, in the Ptolemy court. Again, where you were very well revered. You weren't like Cleopatra level, like where you were running the country, but you were very high up in the hierarchy. And your situation with that was, in this existence, you were a female, and in that time, everybody had servants to a degree that it was like almost unfathomable, for everything. One for your feet, one for everything. When you were in the royal family, you had so much, and you were in the royal family. So, people were dedicated to you. So I feel like this particular person was another person within the family. However, it was like they were more in a subservient attribute. However, you knew the bond so closely, and this was a lover to lover bond, and it lasted dozens and dozens of years. And you could have in the royal family anybody you wanted. You could have what you wanted. Trees. Again, in another lifetime, this is funny, I feel, this was like a forest clan. I'm feeling more like people deep in the forest of the Amazon, like an Amazonian type of tribe. You lived in that. I feel like that that blanket and that beautiful forest canopy was your life and your home. And I see snakes and food and beautiful fires and bows and arrows and all of these things. And you guys lived amongst the trees. Again, oftentimes our soulmates come back century after century with us because in a lot of our existences, it's cut short. We don't have ample time together. There's illness, there wasn't medicine, there was danger, especially in these tribal type things. And I feel like everything in Brazil tries to kill you on an epic scale all the time. You turn a corner, oh, hello, anaconda. You turn another corner, oh, hello, spider the size of Venezuela. You turn another corner, it's like piranha, here we go. You know what I mean? The death toll was very high and life was very short. Even now when we have precautions, but back then, forget it. So I feel like, again, these were a lot of things that were unrequited. You didn't have your full span of life together. This, I feel, again, I feel like a snake was involved in this, that somebody in your family didn't love the connection and you were turning down royal suitors due to the fact that you wanted to spend more time with this more subservient individual. And I feel like that they used an adder or something, whatever, something that was quite poisonous to end their existence, because I'm seeing snakes all the time throughout this reading. See, unrequited love. And it's weird that I went back to front. I was very connected with these cards the second I saw them. I started to, I actually ordered this citrine with it to cleanse the deck and use it because past life readings are very powerful and they'll resonate with me for days. That's the thing. The imagery is so rich and strong, and a lot of times it's tragic, and there's natural death, there's unnatural death, there's murder, there's all this stuff, because when you have a soulmate love, you're not in control. It is a cosmos type of thing where it doesn't matter if you're a prince or princess, you love who you love. And lots of times that's very dangerous. You live in existences where there isn't medicine or things that are helpful or conducive to a long life. Now, again, unrequited love, again, that was something that happened in this and probably another lifetime. That's why you get to work it out again in this lifetime, and they're coming back where you can have a full expanse and a family and love and have decades together, because the universe wants to see us fulfilled. They want to see our love and cosmic match fulfilled through a full lifespan to give us that sense of completion, right? So we don't have all these loose cosmic ends, which happens decade after decade after decade, and century after century. Right when I said that, my TV turned on. Things are happening that are very weird. That's why I don't always do past lives, because it's a very super strong energy. And I'm actually going to upload this for you tonight because I can't wait, you guys. So, but now I'm going to pull an overarching energy and we're going to see what is kind of happening. I need my regular thing. I need my regular deck. Where are you at? Okay, let's see what's going on. Yes, brand new, fresh, full existence, a breath of life. And it doesn't matter if you're in your 50s or 60s or whatever. This person is coming in. You will feel it. It is substantial. It is amazing. It is your time. Again, the universe wants you to have a completion cycle. It wants you to feel loved and cherished and to have these golden years with somebody who feels you on every single level, a passionate level, a logistical, mental level, where everything streams beautifully and is cohesive, the breath of life that's going to renew so much within you, your passion, your optimism, all of that. This is really powerful, this whole read. I'm serious. It was like on the second read, if you guys want to see me just lose my mind, watch the second read. I think I stopped breathing at one point, and then I had worked Nikki's aphasia. I forgot how to speak any written language. It was like, I really do. I feel like there's such power because I do this thing in my head. It's called time jumping, where I'm completely there. I am completely like in that place. I smell the smells. I have clairgustance. I taste and smell what's there. I feel fabrics, and it gets very intense. And that's one of my strongest proponents to reading, is to actually be there and place myself there. And I love this for you because now it's arriving for you. So again, with any destination that is cosmic and suited and picked out for us, we have to show mass appreciation and gratitude. So start right now by saying, thank you, universe. Thank you for reacquainting me with my love and just cherish it. So I'm so excited for you guys. I'm going to upload right now. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My name is Melanie. I do readings on everything. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos, everything. It's usually beautiful spirit messages that help in the realm of possibility and positivity, so we can move forward with optimism and grace and things and calm ourselves. Like today I had a crazy hectic day, and then all of a sudden when everybody was going haywire, I put on some calming meditative music. I got balanced, grounded, and I was able to restart immediately. And we're always able to do that and tap into that. So love and light, you guys. All my links are down below. If you want a private read and you want some expansion on this, just let me know. I'm going to upload right now.